Hello and welcome to another stream here on Behance and YouTube. My name is Anna Davis Court. I am a children's book illustrator. So good to see you guys. Elisandra got a gold star in the chat, and Canadian Pulse got a platinum star in the YouTube chat. Whoop whoop whoop! Thank you for being here early. And also, I see Rin. Hey Rin, how are ya? Are you enjoying the cold, rainy weather we're having? I hope you're having a good time. I am so excited to paint today because I have not gotten a lot. Wow, my hand farted. Sorry, that was a. And then of course I can't replicate it. So just believe me. Anyways, so I'm going to be painting in fresco today. I haven't gotten to paint for a while. I've been traditionally painting, I guess, decorating some cute Patreon envelopes. I'm very proud of this one. This actually is a little experiment that I've been doing because got Posca pen. Oh my gosh. So I've tried a few different mediums of painting white on these brown envelopes, and it's usually I do ink with brush and gel pen for like small details in writing. And this I'm just trying because with the white ink it's good, but it's not like super, I don't know, handy to always have like a brush and dipping it and all that stuff. This is like I can carry it around. And then with the gel pens, they're not refillable, but this is. So cool stuff. Anyways, I just went on a tangent. Hey, what's up, Jake? Saying that envelope is so cute. It's coming to you, so you're gonna get it. But yeah, they are. They are really fun. Martha's in the chat saying, hi, I made it this week, been watching replays. Nice to be here. Thank you, Martha. And I'm going to reply to your email very soon. Martha wants to help with launching the book. Thank you so much for your interest. Sorry, I've been backed up on emails lately, but I will get to the rest of it today because I got no choice. Tomorrow, James and I are leaving for the coast for the next few days. So very excited about that. Finally going to see my sister, well, James's sister, my sister-in-law, whatever, over at the coast. So very excited about that. But anyways, we are going to paint. I have so many tangents I could go on right now. I just thought of like 5 things I could talk about, but really we should talk about painting because I have a picture in my head of something that I wanted to paint, and I got to get it out real quack so that I don't forget it. So I have like the sketch in my mind, but the first thing I'm going to go in with is colors just to make sure I get the right ones because I feel like, here we go, favorites. I could lose it really quickly. I could lose the colors in my mind. See, this isn't the right color. I want more like that. Yeah, what brush is this? Blocky mixer. I'm gonna go with rake. Rake is my favorite to just like bust out a bunch of detail stuff. But I want hints of like orange popping through. Maybe underneath. Maybe a lighter orange. Sorry, there's just gonna be like a minute of me fussing around with colors because I need to get this out before I go insane. Do you ever feel like that? Like if you have colors in your head that they might just like leave if you don't get them out immediately? Immediately! I don't know if that's just a me thing, but there we go. That's too gold. I want some orange, but I want it to be light. Yeah, I think that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And then obviously gonna need some darkers. I'm gonna go in with a multiply and just paint out a few colors and see what I feel. Maybe like a reddish. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Maybe a little lighter. And throw in some like cornflower blues. Do you guys ever refer to colors as they were in the coloring boxes? Like I still think of my favorite yellow as like macaroni cheese yellow or whatever. It's so goofy. Dina's in the chat saying Aflac. Exactly, Aflac. Quack? What is with the quacks and the ducks? I love it. I mean, ducks are wonderful. Actually, I was thinking of doing a duck illustration recently because a lot of times when I'm really stumped on like what I want to draw, I think, what do I love right now? What is like inspiring and fun in life? And ducks are something that we are really enjoying right now because the whole water area next to us, so it used to be a creek, now it's a series of ponds that the beavers have made. definitely need to do some beaver fan art because I love beavers. Oh, they're so great. Oh, Jake says you said you had an idea and you needed to get it out real quack. Okay, 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 okay. You know, this all spun out of control from a conversation that I had with my dad years ago when I think I was leaving a voicemail, which, guys, if you ever get a voicemail from me, I apologize in advance because I am the most awkward voicemail leaver in the world. I just go on tangents. Who would have imagined? And they become out of control at a certain point, and that is when I start just saying random things or trying to get it done with quickly. Where I'm like, "Oh yeah, did I say everything I needed to?" And I think I said when I was talking to him on the phone, I was like, "Oh yeah, I just need to get it real quack," and then I was like, "I meant quick." And now I say quack every single time. I'm like, real quack. Every single time, you guys. Is my brain broken? Ooh, Dina says, yes, my favorite color is cerulean. I have to show you something because you said that. That was more difficult than it should have been because I have a blanket on my lap. This is a book that Anthony, Corinne, and I just read and thoroughly enjoyed. It's called The House on the Cerulean Sea. Ah! It is most aptly described as this quote from the New York Times bestselling author V.E. Schwab that says, I loved it. It's like being wrapped in a big gay blanket. Simply perfect. If that's not the best endorsement I've ever heard for a book, I don't know what is. So yeah, we read that. We enjoyed it quite a bit. And because you said cerulean, I had to mention it. Jake says the most awkward voicemail lever, is that a challenge? I believe it is, actually. And then Jake, you mentioned, oh gosh, I gotta go back, saying that that's a cool cover illustration. It's by, oh golly, the artist known by Red Nose Studio. You should absolutely check out their social media because their artwork is absolutely fantastic. This is at least part, I know that this house is for sure, a miniature that they actually built and then photographed. It's amazing. If you see the cover for the other book, see if you can get it. Under the Whispering Door, that is also Red Nose Studio. Isn't that cool? Ugh. Anyways, there you go. All right, tangent over. Back to painting. Rin says another friend has joined. Amarai says hi. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And also Jake says, wow, that's awesome. Yay, friends. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm painting in fresco today, and I'm just trying to get some colors out of my system before I forget them. Really should just like stack the warms together so that I feel like it's more cohesive, because when it's all scattered all over, it feels very uncohesive. Incohesive? Inco. I don't know. James and I watched Wakanda Forever the other night. Quite enjoyed that. Have you guys seen that yet? Okay, so trying to think of like a lighting scheme. I think what it's going to be is there's going to be an element that's over the background essentially, and what I'm going to do is probably have the background be lighter and then the foreground element be darker. So that's what I'm thinking. Rin says Amma like Anna and Reese like wait, like Anna and Reese. Okay. Amma Reese. Reese. Yeah? Hello, Reese. Thank you for what do you call it? Translating for me. Sorry, I'm bad at reading stuff, but Reese. Hi. Thanks for joining. Are you guys having a watch party? Alessandra says, my favorite color is periwinkle and electric blue. That is fantastic. I have a very soft spot for periwinkle because in my elementary school class, we made tapestries, which were, I believe, felted, actually. Like, it was basically layers of felt, but they were massive, and we hung them from the rafters of our cafeteria, which was like a really high vaulted ceilings, and there was one for every grade, and I got to work on our grades, and it was periwinkle was the whole background color, and it was like supposed to be the theme, and it was underwater themed, and that was the first time I ever drew a turtle. It was great. So I drew a turtle, and then the teacher helped me cut out with the little kid safe scissors the turtle from felt pieces, and then attach them. It was very cute. I wonder where that went. I would love to have that. Anyways, Rin says, "Bahaha, well done, Anna. No worries at all." Amaris. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember. Sorry if I say it bad again. Rin says, "I'm at work and it's snowing, so physical classes have been canceled and everyone is just hanging out until we can walk home together." That's actually really cute. I like that a lot. Is it snowing where you are? It's just rainy here. But I've heard a lot about, yeah, like winter weather coming in and all that stuff. Our sister was just like, "Oh yeah, you don't have to come to the coast if you're worried about weather." And we're like, is it gonna be that bad? Is it really gonna be that bad? I don't know. Talk it out the side of your mouth when you don't know something. Alright, what I'm gonna do is draw. So here is our little color schmallet. And I'm gonna select multiple of these guys, gonna group them, gonna size them on up to the east side. I think I'll do like a medium size right now. I'm not ready for a full canvas yet. Beep, beep, beep. It'll keep me from going to zoom in too quickly. I think I'm gonna turn off the multiply colors for now, and then I'm just gonna sketch on top of this. So the loose idea is here that there's going to be a branch, and this was from an old sketch in my sketchbook. It actually came from one of the envelope illustration ideas that I have. I have a sketchbook that I just do a bunch of sketches to try to figure out what I want to do on the envelopes, which sounds kind of silly. Like, the envelopes aren't even something I charge for on Patreon. They're just for me for fun. However, I find that when that happens, when you keep something for yourself and you have fun with it, sometimes the best artwork comes out of that. So I like to keep those sketches somewhere and then pick and choose from them. Sometimes they do turn into something that's a little bigger, like this, where, you know, it could be a simple illustration, just white on brown in my envelope stuff, but then also it could be a full illustration if I wanted to. Just like the full illustration that we did not too long ago, this big fishy here. This could definitely be an envelope design. I could just do like a big old fish and call it a day. But I made it a big old illustration instead. It can work either way, honestly. I think it could be a future could be a future envelope design if I wanted it to be. Jake says we got blizzards today, 50 to 70 mile per hour winds. Oh my goodness. I hope you're staying safe. Elisandra says it was snowing yesterday. Now it's gonna rain. Oh my gosh. So everybody's getting hit by this. This is crazy. Elisandra says I'm making sure to charge everything and have my backup stuff ready. Smart lady. Yeah. Absolutely. Keep yourself safe and sound. Sorry, I'll mute Discord. I was getting messages. It's not necessarily you. Ryan, why are you messaging me right now? Apparently Aaron is reading a book about Jane Fonda, her autobiography, and he's just too dedicated to it. He's like, I don't care anymore, but I have to finish it. That's so sad. You don't have to finish it, Aaron. Okay. Here we go. So I'm just trying to figure out, I think I want this to be a longer one, so I'm gonna zhuzh. Beep. And then maybe I'll bring out my sketchbook again to make sure I don't lose anything from behind me. One sec. Lose anything from the initial design. Alessandra's like, I thought my Discord was going off. So the downside of trying to find something in the sketchbook is they're all over the place, so I don't know where anything is. This is also the one that I have a bunch of dried leaves in, so if I try to like prop it up, it'll just have a bunch of leaves fall out of it. Ooh, did I find it? Yes. Okay, I did. So you can actually see the old skull design. The first little sketch of it is right there. And then, oh, here. Let me make this bigger for everybody, including myself. Okay, so here's the old skull design that I actually used. And this is kind of the loose idea I have for this one, is somebody walking along a little branch. So I think that's just a really cute idea. I think I'll make them smaller than this in scale, maybe. This one I think I also implied maybe there's like a spider web behind it, but I don't know if I want that. No, it's not spooky season anymore. You can tell this was all a page during like Halloween time. A little tea kettle with a ghost coming out of it. Come on. Fall or what? Okay. Oh, Jake says, love those sketches. Thank you, thank you. Jake says, speaking of the Discord. Wait, what was Discord? Oh, yeah, Discord was going off. That's why. Well, thank you for posting that, Jake. Very nice. Okay, so wait, I looked up the sketch and then I didn't actually consider that I needed it for considerations of things and such. Excellent. I accidentally have that page dog-eared, so works out. All right, so for that one, it's like this nice flowing curve and some leaves coming off of it. Obviously, you have to have the scale of the large leaves. Whoop. And I do love paying attention to little details in nature, like how leaves come off of different kinds of plants, whether they come off of a stalk symmetrically or asymmetrically. Whether when a branch has a leaf coming out, is it just one leaf or is it multiple leaves coming from one little stalk? Things like that. Definitely worth paying attention to. And also, I might look up a specific type of tree if I want it to be a certain kind of tree. Because branches can have radically different looks to them, the kind of design. If you've ever seen like an oak tree versus a poplar tree, very, very different looking trees and branches. I think I want a secondary branch coming out just to kind of point at our little character, potentially. Whoops. Beep, beep, beep. And this sketch can be really, really loose for this one because I really want to get into the paint. I think the paint is where I'll fix or like explore a lot of this stuff, which is kind of opposite of the advice I usually give, is like figure it out in the sketch and all that stuff. But I also feel like this one in my mind is so color based. Like what I told you guys at the beginning, I had to get the colors out first so that I could even like think about this piece. So I think we're gonna figure it out more in paint. I don't know what this character should be like either. Should we have it be a bug-like character, an animal-like character, a human, a witchy something? I'm just basically giving it scale right now. Okay, then secondary branch. I don't want this to be that boring though. I want it to be like a cool shape. Kind of, not just like a, but like a, you know what I mean? Okay, and then we could have some little leafies. Actually, I'm thinking, since we're getting into spring, one of my favorite spring trees. You know how you love your spring trees. You have your summer trees, your winter trees. I love cherry trees, but a very specific type of cherry tree that my parents have in their front yard. And it blooms every birthday of mine, which I always felt like, oh, a kinship. Let's see. Alessandra says, Anna, an artwork of mine got accepted to a gallery again. It's my own, it's on my own art therapy page. That is awesome. I will definitely check that out, Alessandra. And congratulations. Woo! Yeah, galleries better recognize. Martha says, bug-like. I'm drawing bugs while watching. Oh my gosh, what kind of bugs can we see? Alessandra says, the opening for the exhibition is this Saturday. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, congratulations again. I love hearing that. I'm going to look up cherry trees. I wonder if there's a name for this specific type of cherry tree, because it's not like the usual cherry blossoms I see. Let us look. Let us see. Let's see. I think I need to look up... Oh, yeah. There we go. I already found it. Kwanzan cherry blossom. looks like. Oh, I love them so much. Okay, let me look it up and I'll show it to you. Kwanzaa cherry tree. Da, 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 da. Ooh, apparently they can be bonsai'd, which is awesome. Although I'm scared to have another bonsai because I killed the last one. But it's these guys that are just multitudes of ruffles. I mean, come on, look at that. Yeah, so every spring I go to my parents' house and their whole yard is just filled with pink. And I love it, love it, love it. Oh, pink on this color scheme, I think we could make that really work. Especially, okay, so if we go in the warmer tone kind of pink, like a salmonish, and then the leaves can have that orange kind of ochre come out. Ooh, baby. I'm getting excited. Okay, so I'm gonna look up branches. Where is the top of this? There we go. Cherry tree. Branches. And get a good reference here. I mean, I take so many pictures of them every spring. I probably have better reference than the internet does at this point. Okay, so it looks like we've got a stalk full of tons of flowers, multiple flowers on one stem, and then at the end there's like a bushel of leaves coming out. I'm gonna take creative liberties still. It's not like it has to be exactly this. Oh. But I want to also have some kind of reference because I always feel like things thrive with a little bit of reference. Okay, yeah. Oh, I love them. I love them. This makes me so excited for spring. Okay, so I might do a few, maybe like a small few open, but not fully open, like everywhere, like all these pictures have. So I'm gonna try sketching it out so I can get it out of my brain. Martha says, roly-poly ladybugs and worms. That's amazing. Those are all the favorites, right? All the hits from the backyard. Roly-polies are always so fun. And then ladybugs, obviously gorgeous, beautiful, immaculate. And then roly-polies, I feel like are just the guys that you play with. Oh, and worms, of course. Worms are the steadfast. Gotta love a worm. I saw a TikTok of a frog that was, they were trying to add a worm to its habitat to enrich the soil, and the frog got overly excited and ate the worm, and it just looked like the most gluttonous Jabba the Hutt frog. It was like, you know how frogs are so expressive. Okay, I really want to get to painting this because I'm impatient. Impatient. Does that make any... Did I just cuss? I don't even know. Okay. So bushels of leaves at the ends. I could definitely roll with that. I'm thinking instead of leaves here, we do some flowers. I still want leaves here at the bottom. I don't want to crowd her too much. Them. Whatever. Whatever we choose for this character. And then we will rock you. Boodooch. Alright, this one is going to be the big. I want to keep that scale so that we can get a few lovelies. Let's do like a little... like just buds. Just some buds hanging out, you know? Just some dudes. Hey, I'm not your pal, bud. I'm not your dude, bro. Jake says no, I didn't cuss because he doesn't think that shint is a curse word. We'll see. We'll see. I'll work on it. We'll make it a curse word yet. All right, here we're gonna have some more buds, pal. Okay. And if we have just a little bit up here, I'm trying to think of the dispersal of pink as well. So now, since we have a very rough sketch, what I'm going to do is throw some of those colors that I was inspired by in our reference. This is almost harkening back to the days of doing the animals and fruit texture drawings. You remember those? Like the cat in the orange, the dog in the strawberries, the snake in the cherry, the mice in the apple. That, I mean, this feels very similar. This is basically like the apple branch. But maybe I'll put some more stuff into the background. Maybe it won't be just texture. Maybe it'll be like a implied background. Because you know how on a small scale, what was I just thinking? On a small scale, as in if you were to look at like A Bug's Life, you need such a small macro lens that it's very shallow depth of field. So you see the bug and then the background's super blown out and it makes it feel like a vast big world super far away. So maybe this is just an implied world out beyond into the ether. I need to turn up this brightness. There we go. Alrighty, now I'm going to use a hue sat on this layer just to make sure we've got generally the pink that I want. Oh, that's really cool. But honestly, we're going to need it to be darker because of the idea of the values. We can have some light coming through. Some light. But not like a ton. And this will probably change a million times because I'm indecisive and I love soft light layers. Jake says, I love those pieces. Thank you. I actually ordered some more postcards of them and I'm hoping to get up soon a post about making them a collection, like doing multiple postcards together. I think I have like 4 bundles of them or something like that. It's not a ton, but then people could get their whole collection all together. Wow. Okay, wait. This one is our generally dark colors. Okay, I'm gonna pop that on here. Whoa, that's thick. Thick boy. In our reference, there was also some, whoops, I went to a website called plantingtrees.com. Okay, so it looks like the stems, as the little stems of the flowers coming off the branch have green. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Gotta keep that reference up so I don't forget. I don't forget. Alessandra says, I did my first watercolor traditionally painting on my stream, Anna. It has been so long, but it felt great. That is awesome. Do you feel like you... Oh, whoops. My reference is getting in the way. Do you feel like you prefer painting digitally or traditionally on stream? Do you have a preference? I feel like I love painting traditionally, but it takes more setup, so sometimes I'm like too lazy. Oops. I'm lazy. Let's try some of these. Whoa, that's some orange. I find myself fighting the values that I have in my mind, but that's okay. As long as I do either all dark or all light, I can always manipulate it and try to figure out if it can work with a different background. It's kind of the glory of doing these really, really messy sketches, because as long as it has some of the key features that I want in it, I can do multiple of them where it's like, okay, here's a version with a dark background and a light branch, and then vice versa. Okay. Let's throw some green in there. I actually want this to be more yellow. Yellow, green. Definitely almost, I think, more in the yellow range. Not even yellow, green, just yellow. It was all yellow. Okay. Is this song called Smoothie Shack? I'm gonna skip it. I think part of it is that I have a completely different song stuck in my head right now, and so sometimes it feels irritating when you have a song stuck in your head that there's other songs on. You just got to get that one out. But I can't play copyrighted music. I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I want some maybe some leads, just a little bit red. Ah, magnifique. Okay. I knew it. It was on the multiply layer. I really like this orange against the pink. It's so funny how it's like, sometimes I don't like a color, I like a mix of colors. Where it's like, oh, I don't like that until another color comes along and they like cohabitate and mesh. I'm gonna vary this up a little bit. Leaves are wild. You could really do anything you want with leaves. I could do anything. Once again, I think I went too light for our values. Here, let me just pop through here. Beep up, boop. Okay. So overall, let's check our values. We've got a layer. We can fill it with just black. Then we filled all the pixels. We're done. We did it. We arted today. Now you turn this to color. And now it's the values of our piece. So we're holding somewhat to our darker on the lighter. I really think we could push it though. Make it feel like this is maybe more in shadow than it is right now. It's also obviously overwhelmingly warm right now, so it could feel a little bit too consistent throughout the entire thing. Elisandra says, I've been doing traditionally streaming only. I'm learning to set up OBS, lol. And since I have a MacBook Pro M2 chip, it gets tricky. Oh, but I believe in you. You can do it. You don't mean you want to be smooth, Anna? I don't know. I like unsmooth things. Rough. D says, grateful to make it today. Here's some more active. Here seems more active than the Discords. Yes. Yeah. Are you talking about YouTube too? I don't know. Oh, Anthony's in the YouTube. He's in the YouTube saying rough. Hi, Anthony. How are ya? How are ya? Oh, yeah. Jake screams, Anthony, from Behance. Can you hear him? All right, select multiple, and I'm going to size it up. Size it up. Okay. All right, so I think what I want to do right now is D, you're so pure. Laughter is life's heartwarming medicine. Ain't that just the truth? Everybody's over on YouTube now. Anthony says it's very active over here on YouTube land. Alessandra says, hey, Anthony, I hope all is well. Jake says, can you hear me now? All right. You guys have a convo over there. I'm going to mess with the color of this thing. I think what I want to do is try a soft light layer with some cool colors just to, once again, vary it up. I also feel like it's a little thin on the branch, as in maybe I want to add more branches. We will see. What was I going to do? Soft light. Oops. Undo. Yeah, Amaris, Kitchenitis. Okay. Soft light. There we go. Gonna go for some of that cornflower goodness that we were doing earlier. Well, this is more of a sky blue, but here we can go a little cooler. And I just want to take it real big. And maybe a little bit darker. Just try out some splashes. And then purple? Purple didn't really change much. Anthony says it snowed out here. Wait, out of nowhere over in here. That was a weird sentence. It's a winter wonderland outside. Take a picture. I want to see how wintry it actually is because it's nothing here. I wonder if we're going to get some. And if we are, I want to cover the plants. Save them from a chill. Alessandra says, YouTube party. Whoop whoop. Jake says, it's been snowing here too. Very wintry, which is so weird. Alessandra says, I forgot to ask. How are you doing, Anna? I'm doing just grand. So what I was gonna say earlier when I was trying not to tangent, but now I can tangent because I'm painting. I was gonna say that we had car issues, and then luckily my parents have a car that they're not using right now, and so our whole beach vacation getaway to see my sister is it was almost in jeopardy, but thank goodness there was a backup car situation. So I'm feeling very lucky and very grateful right now. And yeah, how are you guys doing? Are you having a nice day? Is it sunny where you are? Or as most of you are saying, is it the depths of winter suddenly? Which is so weird. Like, why? Why did it hit now? It just feels a bit empty. Maybe it's because I need to do some background work where it's like... Maybe I should counter the curve a little bit of the branch. Trying to figure out what I want. I mean, I'm really enjoying this already so far. It's just, is it what I was imagining is the question. Now I'm just making like a vista back here, which is so silly because like, does it need it? But I can always like blur the heck out of it and make it like, ooh. Jake says, oh yeah, Anthony says it was very weird. Correct it when you speak it. The sentences, I'm supposed to correct them before I say them. That's too much work. I think I need somebody in here to read the chat for me. Oh! Let's see. Jake says, thank goodness. Me too. It's quite lovely. Thank you. And yeah, thank goodness for the car situation. Seriously, it was really lucky that that happened. Anthony says, or not. Haha. Or not. I agree. I shouldn't have to correct anything. Okay, so we've got blue skies and clouds randomly. How do we feel about that? If this were the size of a stamp, does it work? Nah, I'm not liking the background. Maybe it's the cropping of it. Maybe. Try and figure out what I'm missing here, because there's something. There's definitely something. I'm just gonna try for a second. Ooh, almost knocked over my iPad. Seeing what it would look like if it was a vertical crop. I know that's probably not the direction I'll go with it, but just want to see. I think it just needs more branches. That's what I'm feeling. Shouldn't be that, like, a line across the top kind of thing. Maybe we'll have some leaves coming in over here. Should I make it like a thicker branch up here? Maybe, baby. Yeah, I feel like that encapsulates it more, makes it feel a little bit more solid instead of this one floating branch that's just like, hello. Where is it? Here's our sketch. Okay, there we go. Now it's just painting. I actually find that lovely. If I cool down the branches a bit, if they were some like different colors like we have in here. Choop, 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 choop. Oh, you know what would be really cool? Is if we added some depth between the branches. As in, there's some behind, some in between, but with like some atmosphere, just like a slight bit of a layer between them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna use the soft light layer again. My old fave. Should just have like a quick thing for that. A little SL layer. Jake says, we're doing all right. Hope all is well with you as well. Oh, good. Alessandra says, I broke my wallet today, Hannah. I had to pay to get my car fixed. Taxes on top of the price doesn't help. And pay my student loans. But I'm still in good spirits and keep moving forward. Seriously, Alessandra, that whole sentence is like, that's how life is, right? It's just, oh man, it's a lot all the time. I feel like I'm at least in a lull right now, but I'm really sorry that everything's kind of piling on top of you right now, where it's like one thing, one thing, one thing, one thing, one thing. Ugh, one would be nice, but all of them together? How about not? Jeez. Let's see. Anthony says, is everyone caught up on Owl House? I love it so much. Anna should paint something from that. You demanding some fan art? Jeez. Jake says, no, I thought it was canceled. And Anthony says it was canceled. Sigh. But they're finishing it up with the last season 3. One more episode left. Ooh. And Jake says, oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad they're able to close it off in some way. You know, James and I were watching Samurai Jack, and it never had any kind of... Well, okay, sorry, I shouldn't say never. They came back and did a last season. However, when they first were airing it, it didn't have an end. Basically what they said was, hey crew on this show, you're all suddenly going to work on a new Star Wars series that we need you to do. And that was, I believe, Clone Wars. And so everybody just basically didn't have a choice. And they were like, okay, well, I either have a job or I don't. So I guess I'll go work on that. And Samurai Jack's last episode is so random. And then years later, they come back and they do another season to like actually finish it. Which I am grateful for, but it's still just like, why? Why do they do these things? Poor studio people. Okay, so this is the idea I have where like we set some of the branches back with some atmosphere. I wonder if that would make it feel like it's foggy though. Maybe, baby? I'm gonna like do a branch right here. Stick. And none of this is final. I am totally reserving the right to like change around any of these branches at any time because they could be all wonky and weird. But also, this is the way I love painting, is just kind of random and wonky. All right, all right, all right. So, I'm gonna fill in these gaps because they're weird. Now we've got... Oh! Actually, I just had an idea. Opposite of the atmosphere pushing it back, what we need is a big ol' foreground branch. That's like... It'll be blurry. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. So this is like closer to us, and it's creating a sense of depth looking in on the scene. Nailed it! Jake says, yes. Anthony says, I demand it. Paint King. He's the cutest. King. Paint King. Not like, I am the Paint King. I demand it. But you want me to Paint King. If I draw him from memory right in this moment, let's see what I come up with. Whoops. All right, now I'm suddenly painting King from Owl House. So he's got a skull for a head. It probably has like, or like on his head. I think his eyes come out somewhere like that. And then he's got like a stubby little body. And then like little dog feet, right? Is that how it is? He's so much cuter than this, obviously. He's got like a little jaw under here, right? Oh golly, this is art, right? Right? This is art. This is exactly what you came here for. Wait, is there a crown on here? I mean, he is king. Oh, one of them's broken, right? Something like that? Maybe his feet just come down. He's so much cuter than this. How am I doing him such a disservice? Yeah. Anthony says like the time with Jigglypuff. It was so good. Well, you know, that's what we do here. We ruin some childhood memories. There. It's like that. That's king. Alright, so one horn and then like one broken. I think. Something like that. Yeah? That's king. King. Beautiful. Alright, back to this. Yeah, definitely the right call with the foreground branch. We needed some depth. Even if it's just implied. And again, we can blur the heck out of this so it's not as distracting. Then back here, so that we don't have this like high point of contrast back here, I want to darken that background a bit, probably more significantly. Transition, transition. If I say it, it works. Come on, come on. My pen's not always working. Maybe its nib needs to be tightened. Oh, Alessandra said, I thought you were saying death, not depth. I'm sorry, my enunciation is not very good. Alessandra says, I was wondering why you would say death again and again. Oh, man. Anthony says, well, I wouldn't say yeah, but thank you, Anna. You're welcome. I did what you asked. Now leave me be. I joke, I jest, I kid. Okay, so Martha is painting ladybugs. I'm thinking, what if we did a little lady, but like a cloak of a ladybug on a tiny person? What do you think? Yeah, I'm gonna go darker all over because we want that contrast. That contrast, you know. Oh yeah, are you guys watching Last of Us? Anybody out there? It's real good. I've even been listening to, there's a YouTuber I watch who is doing like a, what would you call it? A roundup, a meeting, a PowerPoint presentation after the fact about all the things in the episode. And I'm absolutely loving that, as well as just watching the episodes, because I feel like, I don't know, you get a lot out of it when somebody, especially somebody who's played the game, talks about it with love. It's good stuff. I'm just gonna rough in a little silhouette. Martha says, love the ladybug cloak idea. Can you make me a ladybug cloak? I would like that. Please and thank you. I'm wondering if it should be like a little backpack or a big thing like this. Because it'd also be cute as like a little... Then it would be like they killed it. I don't want that. I want it to just be like a... You're part of the forest, you know? You think they should be looking profile, or should they... Yeah, I want a part of their face to show. So they're either looking at us or their profile. That's the goal. In my mind. Okay, there we go. It might be a little big. It feels a little awkward. What do you think? Is it cute? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Alessandra says, "Ooh, looking goof." Me looking good, looking good. All right, so imagine these all like lush and full of a bunch of petals, and then all these leaves with like different colors going on between them, overlapping and showing the overlap, and then like some thinner little what do you call these? Stems going out to the leaves. I think that'll really sell it, some of these thick to thins. Whoops. Like that. We'll make it feel a little bit more organic. Oh yeah, Anthony, have you seen Wakanda Forever yet? We just watched that last night, as well as the making of. Yeah, now it's starting to feel like that branch. Although I think honestly we could probably lighten up all the branches. So I don't think that they are that dark in real life. IRL. Yeah, see that bottom left-hand corner still has the most contrast. So what I'm gonna do, just use that paint bucket, get a lighter blue, or brown. And then all the other branches are gonna be lighter than that. So it's still gonna be a foreground branch, but in respect to everything else. What do you call it? The golly, I know words. Compared to, so that words are hard. Golly, what am I talking about? In comparison to? There's a word for that that's better. Ah! Okay. I'll have to cut it off exactly at 5. Anthony says, I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet. No, did you like it? I did. I think it was good. I don't say like it's my favorite, but it's also a very specific movie at a very specific time because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and I feel like it hits hard in certain ways more so than just like, oh yeah, a character or something. Like it's, I don't know. There's a lot to say, but I don't want to spoil anything. And the making of was also very interesting. I love seeing the behind the scenes, especially of the art department, and seeing all of the work that goes into the world building, because Wakanda is such a great world building opportunity. Like that place, hot dang. Okay, did I break any? Okay, no, I think now what we have is the highest contrast, clearly at our focal point. I don't know if they'll stay exactly that dark, but anyways. And we've got room to grow. This is like a mid-range kind of dark. So it's not the darkest dark that we could go with. It's more of a mid-tone, mid-key kind of thing. Do you guys know about keys and tones and stuff? Because that's I think Jake is filling in the lack of my brain and says relative. Yes, so colors relative to each other, values relative to each other. Okay, thank you, Jake. That's what I was trying to say. Alessandra says, oh yeah, looking good. And yeah, the thing about seeing Wakanda Forever as well was that I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a while, and I felt like it was interesting to return to that. I guess the last one was Multiverse of Madness, which I feel like was a long time ago, but maybe that's just me. I think I really need to work on our character. There's something about maybe the scale of the head that's not jiving with me. Also, I might want to figure out some kind of pose. I feel like right now they're just a ladybug. Like, that's just a ladybug character. which I don't mind. It's just interesting that like it turned into that. Are we just gonna lean into it? Maybe I'll do a few different character options so that we can pick between them. The original that I had was like a witch kind of silhouette. Make them smaller this time. The tiniest witch. Maybe it'll be like they're walking. What do you think? What do you think? Dina says this is turning out just adorable. Thank you, thank you. Anthony says, quote, that's, thank you, Jake. That is it. That is it. That it is. That it is. Oh my gosh, I can read. I can read. I just have to repeat everything I say. Okay, so we've got witch, we've got ladybug. I feel like ladybug could be a skosh smaller. What? Yeah. And then we could have another option of I could see somebody with moth wings. Drawn a character with like a moth cape several times. And moth wings, honestly. I love a good moth motif. Moth teeth? Instead of Moth Tarkin? Moth Tarkin? Should we do some fan art? Beep, 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 beep. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's been a lot of fun. I'm thinking maybe like a bushy hair coming out. That'd be fun. This is truly Moth person. Mothra? What's your name? Mothra. Oh, Jake Drew King. Is it on the Discord? Everybody hop over there. Say hi. Say, you're amazing, Jake. Thank you so much for doing this. I cannot believe you've done this. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for cooperating. All right. I'm going to call it because I've got some friends who are apparently waiting on me. And I will see you guys next week and tell you all about the beach trip and how it goes. Because hopefully it's going to be a grand old time and we won't just get snowed in and live at the coast forever. Everybody hop over to the Discord to see Jake's King from memory, I'm guessing, because that's what I did. I think out of these three characters, just straight up Ladybug is probably my favorite, but it's also got the most like work on it, so we'll leave it here today. This was a really fun, just really quick paint. I could definitely work on this more, but I'm also happy to just have like little quick paints that pop up every once in a while. I think it's good to have quote-unquote unfinished work sometimes, so I don't know where I'll go with this. It'll be what it is. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining, and until next time, wear a mask, get vaccinated, be kind to yourself and others, and remember that you are loved, and also do some monkey paws. Ooh, ah, ah. Alright, bye. Oh, Alessandra's asking, when will I be back for my trip? Coming back this weekend, I believe, right? Sometime? Bye! After party, after party, after party. Jake says, bye, have a great week/weekend. Yes. So wait, I think it's leaving Thursday, coming back Saturday. That's the plan. So we'll still have a whole weekend to come back to. How lovely is that? Plan your vacation so you come back and stay on vacation. And you know, when you come back from a trip, it's not immediately relaxing. You have to like, you know, unload everything, do laundry if you stayed for a while. You gotta like make sure the food isn't bad or whatever, all that stuff. Anthony says it's in Paint Along on the Discord. All right, everybody, hop over to the Discord. Thank you so much for being here. This is the most active YouTube chat we've had in a while. Thanks, Anthony. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.